What's up, everybody? It's your host, Daniel Buyaba, and I'm back with another podcast episode, man. Today, in this podcast episode, we're talking college basketball, man. College basketball is finally here. That's like one of the last topics I didn't really talk about so far because college football has started, NFL, I did a little bit of MLB and NBA, but college basketball, man, the most exciting sport of the year, personally. But I'm here with a guest, man. I got my guy, my family, my brother, Jay, man. Introduce yourself, Jay.
What's good, everybody? I'm Jaywambere. Uh, I've known Daniel for a minute now.
Mhm.
This is my guy. So this has been longly anticipated, and we got some stuff to cover, man. So I'm excited. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. When it's college news, he's the first guy I send it to, man. We've been talking a lot about recruiting, about top 25s, finals MVP, man. Not final. Oh, I'm true. It's college, man. I'm new to this college one, man. Final four appearances and all that, man. I just
Yeah.
want to start off with the top 25, man. We're going to talk about the top 25, give each other's our opinions on the top 25, who should be in there, who shouldn't be in there, and the sleeper teams in the top 25. We already know one, again, is Kansas. I believe Kansas was ranked preseason number one last year as well, were they?
Yep. Yeah, man. Bill Self, he's got a roster over there this year.
Yeah.
Definitely has a roster. He's
His
got a
and
lot of returners.
got a lot of returners and a lot of transfers, man.
Yeah.
I seem like they had someone decommitted over the summer.
Yeah. I think LeBaron Philon.
And
He
what
was uh he was a guard that was committed to Kansas for a minute, and then he switched over. He's now at Alabama,
he went to
but yeah, but Alabama's loaded now too at the two spot. So
they
they
definitely.
got some guys. They got Holloway from Auburn.
Mhm.
He's gonna be a big piece. Mark Sears, he's coming back.
And Alabama is the number two team, I believe, aren't they?
Yep, right behind Kansas, which I think that's right for the both of them. Both of those teams are legit. So
Alabama, they're probably they could be a preseason favorites. They made it all the way to the Final Four for the first time ever in school history. Knowing Alabama, that's been a football school. Now they're slowly turning into
both.
yeah, both for real.
Yeah, sorry.
You good. And then we got number three, the back-to-back champions, UConn. How you feel
Yeah.
about number three?
UConn. I mean, at this point, Dan Hurley's got he's got a recipe for winning, and they've getting Aiden Mahaney from St. Mary's. Liam McNeely was a big commit. He was a McDonald's All-American that was supposed to go to Indiana
Anna.
that ended up decommitting. So that was big. Um, and then they also have Samson Johnson, Hassan Diarra, who's a defensive pest. He was
Diarra was amazing in the tournament. Amazing.
100%, 100%. I think if he can take that next step in finding his jump shot this year, he
Hmm.
could be he's gonna have to lead them and be take that next step, because like when you lose guys like Cam Spencer, Tristan Newton, Stephon Castle all to the draft, that's a lot of talent.
But I feel like UConn, they low key might be deeper than the last
100%.
teams. They,
That's a great take. I like that.
I like Solomon Ball, man. He was a great backup point guard last year. He was a freshman only last year, and he played a lot when Castle was hurt in the beginning of the year. I
Yes.
like Liam from Monteverde. I was high
Yeah.
on him at Indiana. I thought he
Yeah.
would be, one of the freshmen, what's it called, preseason all freshman team at Big Ten, which he's
Yeah.
going to be in the Big East as well.
Yeah.
And then they got the Michigan transfer, the big man Travis Reed. How is this game? What'd you say
Terrence
about?
Reed. Oh yeah. Terrence Reed, I think he's solid, but I feel like he's just got a couple things he's got to touch up on around the rim. But he's a big body. I think he's a footer, so like he can finish. He's got good post moves, and I feel like Dan Hurley is only going to take his game to the next level. So I think he's a great addition for that team, because if you look back in the past years, they've always had two bigs that they can rely on. When they
Mhm.
won their first national championship 2 years ago with Adama Sanogo, And then Donovan Clingan was the second big. And I mean, that's 2 NBA players right there. You can't really beat that, along with the guards. And then last year, the Clingan was just an absolute force. So you didn't really need a backup, but like they had Samson Johnson off the bench. So Dan
Yeah.
really likes 2 bigs, and I feel like it's worked for him. So there's no reason to stop now.
So you're saying who'll be at the 4 position starting? If you got Aiden at the 2, you got Solomon starting or
Hassan Diarra, I believe.
you believe so?
I didn't see their first game because a lot of these exhibitions aren't on like national television, or they're like on like other channels. But I believe they had Hassan Diarra, Aiden Mahaney, Liam McNeely. Oh, Alex Caravan, the returner.
Oh, I can't forget about him. He's
he's
one of the
Wooden
Awards. Was it watch list? My bad. Watch list.
He's a really good player.
I'm still high on UConn, man. I don't see a big drop down. They only had 3 L's last year. 8 was it 8 or 6 the year that they won?
Oh man, I can't remember.
They may lose some games in the Big East.
I agree.
They may lose some because there's Marquette. I don't know if Marquette lost a lot. I'm not
sure. I mean, they lost Tyler Kolek. That was big.
And lost the big man.
Yeah. But they return Cam Jones, who's a really good lefty. I like his game a lot. I think they have a freshman coming in. I'm not sure his name, but I think Marquette's supposed to be a solid team. I mean, it's a Shaka Smart coach team, so you can never count them out.
Facts. So I see UConn's probably going to still be the head of the snake in the Big East this year.
Oh, for sure. They should win. They should win it.
Yeah, they should be. They should be solid.
Yeah.
But at 4, we got I love this coach. University of Houston. I love that coach, man.
100%, man. 100%. Kelvin Sampson's
team, man. That team is strictly defense, man.
Yeah.
All that, man. They don't score a lot of points, but they will hold you to under 50.
Yeah. And then they got LJ Cryer coming back, Emmanuel Sharp, who's an elite shooter. You got
Terrence, what's his last name? He was injured last year. I can't think of his last name.
Houston's got some guys, and then they got some guys from the portal as well. So I feel like Kelvin Sampson just continues to reload. And then they got Isaiah Harwell, who's a 5-star freshman committed for next year.
Okay, I was going to say, I didn't think he was coming in this year. I was going to say.
Yeah, no, but they're coming in for the next class too. So, I mean, Kelvin Sampson, man, he's a goat, man. He's one of the goats.
Houston could give Kansas a run for their money in the Big 12.
Yeah, man. I mean, the Big 12, with them adding the new teams and adding Arizona now, I just feel like it's anybody's game. Any night you can lose. It's the best conference in the country, so I feel like it's just too close. Like the games could go either way, man. Somebody could win, and you would not expect them to win.
That's true, because at number 5, we got another Big 12 team. We got Iowa State. I didn't realize Iowa State will finish this high or start this high in the preseason. I know they had he's a sophomore now, Milan
Momcilovic.
Yeah, he was a great stretch 3, stretch 4 on that position. I like his game a lot.
I do too.
You said who else?
Keyshawn Gilbert.
He's the returner.
Yeah, they got both of their starting guards are coming back. So Iowa State's basically got the same team. They should be another
Coach TJ. Coach, I like him.
Yeah, he's a great coach. Defensive mind as well. So Iowa State sits. They're always going to be in it.
Yeah, I remember they blew Houston. I believe it was Houston. They blew them out in the tournament, right? In the Big 12 tournament.
Big 12 tournament championship. Like 30 points. It was bad.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
At 6, we got Gonzaga Bulldogs.
Yeah.
West Coast Conference, right? That's what it's West Coast Conference, WCC.
Yep. Correct. Gonzaga, man, I'm high on them as well. I love
that's what we talking about, man. What we got to like? What's their ceiling this year?
I think they're going to win their conference, but
Of course.
But I mean, they've struggled in the past couple years.
St. Mary's had Aiden last year.
They did.
I don't know who they brought back and NIL talking, so they probably lost a lot of players as well.
Yeah. But I mean, Gonzaga with getting Khalif Battle from Arkansas, who's definitely a bucket getter.
Great guard. Him and Ryan this year.
And they got Nolan Hickman coming back, Micah Ajayi, who's a transfer from the portal.
Yep, Micah Ajayi. His brother was his brother was at Gonzaga a couple years ago.
Yeah. And they also got Graham Ike.
I remember him.
He was on the preseason All-American third team. So he's another good player. Gonzaga is going to have a deep roster, and I think they could go deep again in March. They got the veteran talent. So
they lost to Purdue last year, right? And they lost in Detroit. So it was either Purdue or Tennessee.
Man,
I know they lost in the Detroit region.
Yeah, I think so. I can't recall, man.
I know it was Sweet 16 because Elite 8 was Purdue versus Tennessee.
Yeah, it was.
I think they lost to Purdue. They lost to Purdue.
Okay. But yeah, Gonzaga, I mean, they could be as good as Kansas or any of those teams. I think this whole top 10 could go either way, man. It's so close.
At 7, man, we got the Duke Blue Devils, man. I ain't gonna lie, Coach John Snyder, man. I'm impressed. I ain't gonna lie. I'm impressed with his recruiting skills. I'm impressed.
Oh yeah.
And last year I said, could he coach? And last year he did a great job. I feel like they should have made the Final Four last year, but I just didn't think last year they had a bucket getter last year. I thought Kyle who?
McCain?
Oh, you're right.
McCain? He was and Kyle Popowski. I mean, they had a squad.
They did. I feel like Kyle's overrated.
In college, he was a good player, though. In college, I don't know how his pro career is going to turn out, but
his freshman year was better than his second year.
Potentially.
My bad. I'm sleeping on Jared. I don't know why Jared. I just thought that Kyle was the number one player. No, Jared was the number one player.
In my opinion, this is the best roster in the country. This is the best team in the country. It's really not. It's close, but I just feel like the talent from top to bottom is just too much here.
Okay, so who are you starting at the guard position this year, Tyrese or Caleb?
Oh, they're both starting. And then you're gonna go Knipple, and then Cooper and Man, Cooper and Common.
Okay, so what's the transfer name?
Which one? Sion. They got Sion James.
Yeah, he's not starting. You don't think he started?
He didn't start in any of their exhibition games.
So the lineup you named was the starters versus Arizona State?
I believe so. And that 5 right there is, and then you still got Isaiah Evans off the bench, McDonald's All-American.
I forgot about Isaiah.
You still got Mason Gillis, Purdue transfer.
Yeah,
who's a very experienced player who's played winning basketball.
Dang, Isaiah Evans off the bench? I wonder how that worked for him though.
And he doesn't get minutes. Not that much.
He didn't get minutes for
you'd be surprised, man. He's a bucket.
Maybe it's his defensive side then. Hey, I forgot about Isaiah Evans. Who else they got? They have a lot of more freshmen. They didn't get no guard. I don't think they got guards.
Oh, they got Darren Harris. He's a freshman.
Darren Harris. He's not playing a lot though. I don't think he's playing over it.
You said what?
I don't think he's gonna play between.
Yeah, they got too many guards. Yeah, too many.
I remember they didn't go recruit the guards that much because they knew Tyrese was coming back.
Caleb too. I mean, that backcourt right there can win you a championship. Caleb Foster, he's gonna break out this year. He's gonna have a big time year, I think.
Yeah, I see that too.
Yeah.
cooperflagg, man. You been liking what you've seen so far?
I mean, the only thing that I questioned about cooperflagg at first was the jump shot, but if he can do that like he's been doing, I mean, I don't really see anybody that's better, because you could argue a guy like Acebailey or Dylan Harper is a better scorer, but Cooper's two-way ability just overtakes that, I feel like.
I don't want to talk too much about Acebailey right now, but I feel like we didn't really see the defensive side of Acebailey yet.
Yeah.
they only played one game, and high school you can't really nowadays you can't really just determine high school highlights with college highlights nowadays.
100%, 100%.
But yeah, Duke, that's gonna be one of them teams.
For sure.
What about? Oh, not what about? But number 8, Baylor.
Baylor. I'm really high on Baylor. They've got a elite roster. They're
Elite.
big.
They got an elite backcourt, but how's their front court looking?
The front court's solid. They got Miami transfer, Norchad Amir. He could shoot it, and he's good down low.
No,
They don't have. You said what?
How tall is he?
He's like 6'9" or 10, I believe.
Oh,
But they got a couple more bigs. They've got Jeremy Roach, of course. They've got VJ Edgecombe, who's supposed to be a top 5 pick.
Top 5. Hey, I like his game. What I seen in the Bahamas.
I love his game, bro. Two-way dog. He's a two-way dog. Yeah, Baylor.
They got Jaden Nunn from Flint.
Correct. That's a Michigan boy. He had a good year last year. So
great year last year.
Yeah.
They got Langston Lipster there.
Yeah, correct.
I think
they're deep, man.
They're deep for sure.
And I feel like Scott Drew's always had that NBA guard, whether it's Keontae George or Jacoby Walter. But I think VJ might be the best one out of them.
Dang, I forgot about Jacoby Walter. What team is he on in the NBA?
He's on the Raptors.
He has
the Raptors right now.
Man, I forgot about him. Mm-hmm. But at number 9, we got UNC.
UNC is really good as well.
I like them.
Yeah.
They freshman class isn't bad as well. They got Drake Powell, and they got Ian Jackson. And then the returners, they got the returning award-winning RJ Davis, I believe. Yeah, that's the name. RJ Davis. He won the Jerry West Award last year.
Yeah.
But I like the squad. Steph Trumbull, didn't he just drop 30? I don't know who they played, but he dropped 30 in the preseason game.
Yeah, versus Memphis.
That
was big time.
Did you see the highlights? Did anyone not play on UNC?
RJ Davis didn't play, so
it was.
I mean, that's good, if anything.
Yeah, that's good for sure. Did Steph start?
Yeah, I believe it was him and Elliott, and then.
I'm not too sold on Elliott, man. I'm not sold on Elliott.
Yeah, I think he's got to take that next step still with the jumper. Yeah. I was watching that game versus Memphis, and I feel like when you watch a shooter shoot, when they come off of a screen, it's like unconscious when they come off of it and they shoot it. Like it's supposed to be in rhythm, in time, and he wasn't really doing that in rhythm.
Shoot.
Yeah, because I feel like the confidence isn't there yet. So, I mean, I feel like if he can shoot it well, then, you know what I'm saying? I think he's an NBA guard or a G League guard, one of the two, just because he's small, but he's super athletic and he's a very, very good defender, very high IQ. So, he's always like, they'll find minutes for you, but you just got to be able to shoot the rock. Like, that's the one thing you got to be able to do.
What about Drake Powell? Did you see anything from him versus Memphis? I haven't seen UNC's games.
Yeah, Drake Powell's, I think he could be a lottery pick.
I think he's going.
He's a defensive monster as well. Two-way guy, can shoot it, take it to the basket, very athletic. So the UNC fans are hoping he can stop cooperflagg. I don't know if that'll happen, but
too small for him.
Yeah, I mean, UNC's not that big this year.
I'm looking at their roster.
Yeah, they got Jalen Washington, but I feel like they need one more legit big man.
Yeah, I see them probably being 2 in the ACC.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, number 10, Arizona, Big 12 now.
Yes.
Jaden Bradley, returner, junior. Carter Bryan, you heard of him, the freshman Carter Bryan. Are you high on?
Yeah, I think Carter Bryant's going to be one of those guys that can kind of work his way up into the lottery conversation if he does what he's supposed to this year. He's another guy that he can do the stuff that Acebailey and Cooperflagg can do, but I just don't think people are really they're not watching him for real. So if he breaks out, like I think he will, he's definitely he could be a top 10 pick because
So
he's a defensive monster.
you see him at the 3 or 4? He's 6'8", about 2.
I think he's higher than that. I think he's like 6'9", maybe 10.
Okay, so would you see him at the 4?
I can see him at a 3 though. He's like a wing, man. He can dribble, he can put it on the floor. He's a good player. I really think people are sleeping on him.
We got KJ Lewis. I think he was a transfer from somewhere. His name is familiar.
Yes, he's a transfer from, I believe, I want to say.
No, actually, he might be a JUCO transfer. Maybe that's not the KJ Lewis I was talking about. I thought he was a transfer.
I think he might have been I think he was a freshman last year.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought he was from San Diego.
Yeah, he was a freshman, so I think he's coming back for his sophomore year. He's a good player.
They got a big man. I can't pronounce his name. He's from Lithuania. You know him? Anything about him?
I don't.
Okay, because
Actually,
I see 7'2" Lithuania. I'm just thinking he's a next.
That's solid.
Next bonus or something.
Yeah.
Next Jonas Valanciunas. Caleb Love, man. 5th year, I believe. He's on the Jerry West. What's it called? Watch for the award. What about him? What you got in him?
Caleb Love. That's a veteran player who's played college basketball, played big time basketball. Should have won a national championship, but didn't end up going their way.
Kansas. I was thinking,
yeah.
Who was the best player on Kansas that year?
They had Christian Braun, they had Jalen Wilson, they had DeJuan Harris. They had a really good team.
That was when Kansas was the first overall seed, and that's when North Carolina made that run. Okay.
And they beat Duke and Palo in the Final Four.
Yeah, North Carolina did. Yep.
Yeah.
Michigan boy, Trey Thompson from Oakland University. He committed to Arizona.
Yes, Oakland kid.
You think he'll be starting?
I don't know about starting, but he is going to play meaningful minutes 100%. There's no way. He won Horizon Player of the Year last year.
He has to be playing minutes.
Has to be.
But yeah, this is going to be a Big 12 is going to be tough this year. I ain't going to lie.
Very tough.
I literally, when I was making my predictions, I was thinking of them as the Pac-12.
Yeah.
I didn't put them in, I ain't gonna lie, I'll say it now. I didn't have them winning the Big 12, but
Arizona?
Or the tournament, because I didn't think of them.
Yeah, I understand.
Man, I forgot.
They're a really good team,
They
man.
win the tournament, the conference tournament. But yeah, that was 1 through 10 right there. I feel like we didn't say a lot about Alabama's depth, though. You understand about Alabama, man? I don't know the NIL, man. We didn't talk about the Grant Nelson coming back, Clifford, their big man.
Yeah, from Rutgers.
Jabbar Award.
Yeah.
Aiden, their freshman Aiden Sherrill from Detroit, actually. He played prep.
Darian Reed.
Yeah, Darian Reed, the freshman.
Yeah.
Chris Youngblood from South Florida University.
Yeah, that was a big pickup in the portal.
Latrell
Wrightsell.
Yeah, Wrightsell. He's a good shooter. And then they got Jaron Stevensons that played huge versus North Carolina.
Yes.
Squad. They got baby Jalen Brunson holding it down for them.
Mark Sears, man, I love his game.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Alabama's gonna be a problem.
They are. They 100% are. That's a national championship roster. Like that team can win it all, no question.
But they got a lot of players that deserve minutes. So I wonder how Coach O is gonna break it down. Because I can't even tell you. Well, I can name 3 starters right now. I could Mark, Grant, and Clifford are 3 starters.
I think they'll probably start Aiden Holloway at the second.
At the 2?
Or they might go Latrell.
Yeah, Latrell. Latrell been banged up. He's been banged up this season.
Nate Oates has a lot of options he could go with.
It's Chris Youngblood. The game I watched him in the American tournament, it was balling for South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Bama gonna have a squad, bro.
For sure.
All right, but let's go down to number 11, Auburn. Are you too sold on Auburn? They've been having a little quiet all season.
Mm-hmm.
They got their woodenaward list center. What's his name? Johnny Broom.
Bro. Yep.
They got him. They got Todd, the freshman. They
Mm-hmm.
gotta rely on their freshman Todd and Jackie,
Yeah.
but I'm not really too sold on them.
Yeah.
Being ranked 11, unless they got players I don't know about. Do you know anybody on the Auburn team we should work
They've
with?
gotten a couple from the portal, I believe. Bruce Pearl's a great coach. That's just what it comes down to.
He's a good.
So Auburn's going to be a good team. I don't think they're going to stay in that 11 range or where right outside the top 10. I think they're going to fall lower, maybe might fall unranked one time, come back into like 15 to 20 range, but I think they'll end up around 15 to 20.
Okay, 15, 20. So that's like a fifth seed, fourth seed. Because they didn't they get out first round. Yeah, they lost first round versus Yale, I believe.
Yeah, correct.
And then who did they lose? I don't know who they lost this
They
year.
lost Trey Johnson, Aiden Holloway. They lost.
No, I'm talking about to the NBA. I know Trey went
Oh,
to Michigan, Aiden went to
Bama. Yeah, I'm not sure.
lost anyway in the NBA to the NBA.
I don't think too many went to the league.
Yeah, but I'm not really too sold on them.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly. 11th, and I'm not really too sold on the number 12 team, Tennessee. I seen their game versus Indiana. I seen the highlights. I just wasn't. I don't think they should be a top at the SEC.
Yeah, that's
It's
another great
a gap
coach.
between Tennessee and Alabama. I think it's a lot too little. But yeah,
I,
you're right. You got a great coach in Rick Barnes.
Rick Barnes is that guy. Yeah, I think they'll be good. They've got a transfer from the portal.
Chaz.
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
a big time scorer, so I think he's gonna have a great year.
Mhm.
But when you lose what you lost, like you lose Jonas Adu to Arkansas, you lose obviously Dalton Connect. It's like, man, that's a lot to bring back.
Yeah,
Like
they still got Ziegler.
they still got Zakai Ziegler. I really love his game.
Yeah, I like his game too. As a defender. Who else they got? Yeah, I'm not really too sold. I'm looking at their roster. None of them.
Yeah, I'm not really high on them either. I don't think they're gonna end up where they are.
And then we got number 13, Texas A&M. They still got Wayne Taylor the fourth, man.
That kid.
That kid, bro, made everything versus Kentucky the first time.
Yeah.
Second time, I don't even want to talk about the second time. We lost that one in the SEC tournament, man. But Buzz Williams, man, he knows what he's doing, man.
Definitely does.
They still got Henry Coleman from Duke. He's still there. Who else is on there that just stands out to you?
Texas A&M, I'm not super familiar with their roster,
Mm-hmm.
but I love Wade Taylor and they play super scrappy. Like when you watch them play, they're gonna play scrappy, they're gonna play hard. And if it's a big time game, they're gonna hit shots. That's just that stadium when they get rocking, it's crazy. I remember watching that game versus Kentucky last year. That was a classic for sure.
Sick, bro. Sick about that. 14, we got Purdue. Purdue, man, they had the Wooden Award winner back-to-back years in Zach Edey. First year without Zach Edey, but they got another footer. They got two footers I see on this roster, but the one footer I'm talking about, Daniel Johnson. He's a freshman now. I didn't know he was a freshman.
Yeah, Purdue, I'm not sold on them. I'm honestly not too high on them. I think that they'll finish in the middle to front still because they're a good team and Matt Painter's a great coach. I think they'll finish in the middle to front of the Big Ten, but I think Braden Smith and Fletcher Lawyer are great guards that you got coming back, but I wasn't sold on them when it got to the depths of the tournament when they had to really show it.
Like that's what it was with Fletcher and Braden. Like they didn't play how I expected them to play. Like I thought, okay, Fletcher, he's a catch and shoot guy. He could put it down on the ground a little bit, but I don't know, man. When as the tournament went on, it looked like he shrunk to the moment. That's why I knew they didn't have a chance versus UConn.
Yeah. I mean, who had a chance last year versus
Yeah,
UConn?
but it was like that. Who did they beat? Purdue to go to the final.
They
National.
beat NC State,
Oh, see.
which is not a bad team. I mean, they had
Yeah,
DJ Burns. They had
DJ Burns and them didn't even have a chance versus UConn as
no,
well.
nobody.
We were better off seeing Duke.
Yeah, UConn was gonna. Yeah, Duke probably, but I'm not gonna lie. Duke was not. There was no team that was beating UConn last year.
Yeah, that's facts.
That team was just too good.
What they did to Illinois, that blew me to this day.
Yeah, watching that live was crazy.
Okay, but this team I'm naming right here, don't be surprised if they could win the Big East.
Mm-hmm.
Number 15, Creighton.
That's another team that I saw some people were thinking as a sleeper. I like them. I think McDermott's a great coach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sold. I don't know why. Something in me's not.
At the number 2 spot, you don't think they could be number 2
in the Big East?
Yeah.
I don't think they beat Marquette. It's gonna be between them and Marquette. I like Marquette.
They split. They split 1-1.
But who's gonna Marquette's? I don't think Marquette's gonna slip as many games down the line as they will.
They got their big man back.
Who?
Their big man Ryan. I can't pronounce his last name. Calabiran. He's a footer. Going to a
I remember him.
Yeah, he had 17 and 8. I believe he could. She has 64%.
That's solid.
64% in the back. He's not missing at the rim. They got Pop Isaac from Texas Tech. Are you familiar with him?
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. And they also got their guard from last year that played last year.
Who?
He was their starting point guard. I'm not sure, but he was small, had a jump shot. I remember watching him in the tournament. He was really good.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm familiar.
Creighton should be solid then.
It should be solid.
They could definitely compete.
Yeah, because their coach. It's all like you said earlier. It's all about the coaching staff. What they're doing when it's time to win.
And I also think guard play is big nowadays too. So
16.
Who we got?
It's kind of weird, man. 16. They got Coach Calipari and his Arkansas Razorbacks, man. It's kind of weird this year, man.
It is.
I've been going into the year always cheering for Kentucky, saying Kentucky this, Kentucky that. It's gonna be weird watching the championship classic, man, this year.
100%.
It's gonna be weird not cheering for Kentucky this year, man. But it was time to move on. The Kentucky fans didn't want him there, so we left, man. I left for Coach Cal. People can bash me if they want. I left for Coach Cal.
Hey,
I'm back.
I'm right with you, man. Coach Cal.
And I'm excited for this year, man. He's motivated. I can't wait for this year. I can't wait for the Baylor game this year, man. 16, man. Give us your starting 5 this year, because the starting 5 we've seen versus versus Kansas, I don't think that's going to be the starting 5.
I agree. Gosh, man. I just don't see how you can take out Boogie Flynn and DJ Wagner. I don't.
Bro. See, last year at Kentucky, bro, I didn't mind DJ starting, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Reed, Rob should have started, but I didn't mind DJ.
I agree.
Because Rob and Reed were getting starter minutes as well.
Yes.
So.
And then also when the game got later down the line, Cal was just going to play Rob and Reed anyways. So
I wasn't mad about that. So I'm going into this year. I was like, okay, we're going to start Jonell Davis and Boogie.
Yeah.
But then I seen DJ and Boogie started. I didn't even watch the game because I don't know. I didn't even watch the game. I forgot. I didn't have SEC Network. So I didn't watch the game. And I see them two started. And I was just like, refreshing Twitter and stuff like that. I'm thinking Jonell Davis wasn't playing or nothing. But I guess he ended up playing. But Boogie and DJ look good, bro.
Look really good.
Look real good, bro. But
Same with Big Z. I think Big Z is going to have a big year.
You think is he starting?
Yeah, I think his body looks different. A lot of those guys have been in the weight room. You can tell.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Coach Kyle's motivated than ever, but man, give us your starting five again. We didn't even get to it.
That's gonna be tough. I like Jonas Adu, but I just think Big Z makes more sense. I think they'll go DJ and Boogie at the 1 and the 2. Give me, depending on the game, I like Carter Knox. I think Carter Knox is a better all-around player than John L. Davis. I think if you have a John L. Davis as like your 6th man, he can just come in and just get buckets, like kind of like Rob did last year.
But the thing is, with 6, bro, he didn't come to Arkansas to be a 6th man, though.
I agree. But you got to understand, if he's playing under Coach Cal, if he does what he's supposed to do, you will play in the NBA.
That's why I think Coach Cal might put Boogie off the bench.
I just don't. He's a projected lottery pick.
That's what I was saying before the Arkansas versus Kansas game. I said Boogie's probably going to come off the bench, but 6 steals,
dude, that's crazy.
I don't care if 3 players on the number 1 team didn't play. That was impressive. His game that was impressive, bro. But I don't know if John L. Davis, and I don't think he's starting a 3-guard lineup. I don't think he's going to start a 3-guard.
No, I think you got it. You can't. They got too many good wings.
Yeah, so you had Carter at the 3. Who's at the 4 then?
At the 4, I like I think you got to go with Duthiero probably.
I was starting to do it as well.
And then I like Big Z at the 5.
But same with Jonas, bro.
But Jonas, I think, is okay with coming off the bench. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not really too familiar with Jonas's game. Like when we played Tennessee, when Kentucky played, I didn't see him as like a big threat. So I'm not really too familiar. Like, oh, he should be starting over Big Z right away.
Yeah, I mean, he was a guy to watch, but he wasn't somebody that I feel like people were super worried about last year. Because they had just Don Connect, Zakai Ziegler, like there were guys there. And they also got Campazzo off the bench. But I think he was always a great defender, and he could step outside and hit the jump shot. So if you can do that, like you can play for somebody. And I think Coach Cal saw that, and he knew he could work with that. So I think he's going to have a good year playing under Coach Cal, just like any transfer would.
Yeah, man, I'm excited, bro. So we starting DJ?
Yeah.
Again, we got to go through it because Kentucky fans, they've been hating on Twitter. I'm so mad on my For You page. I still get Kentucky stuff because they just be hating. I'm tired of seeing the hate. Now I just can't wait until February 1st when Coach Kyle comes back to Kentucky and do it to him, bro.
I like Arkansas in that game. I just feel like the narrative around guys these days where, yeah, there's guys like Rob and Reed where they're going to come in and be flawless from the jump. But, like, not everybody's like that. Sometimes you need a year or 2 to maybe fully develop and understand the game at the new level that you're at. You're not always going to get a story where they can just click right away. So I really think DJ Wagner looks like a completely new player, and he's going to have a big year.
Yeah, I'm happy for DJ. They forgot. DJ was the number 1 player.
Yeah.
Top 5, I believe, at a point. But I'm excited, man. Boogie looks good. We didn't get a lot to see John Nell a lot, but I feel like I don't know, because I low-key had John Nell. Like when I was looking at the watch list for the Jerry West, I had him winning it because I feel like he's going to be their go-to, though. I feel like he's going to be their go-to.
I feel like late in games, Cal's going to be able to trust him. I think he's going to play over some guys like Carter Knox at times where he's going to be able to just go on a heater because he can get you 20 on any given night. He can get you 20. So like you can't. Coach Cal knows that he's not going to keep him on the bench for that long.
Facts.
He just got to be able to check. But he played under Dusty May, so he knows how to play defense.
Yes, sir, man. I'm excited. 17, the number 17 team. I'm really excited for this team as well.
Who?
The Indiana Hoosiers. I'm really excited for them, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes.
Coach Mike, he did his thing in the portal.
He did.
Omar Balu from Arizona, the 7-footer. Kalen Carley from Stanford. I believe, yeah, he was at Stanford.
Mhm.
Was he at Stanford?
Yep.
Yeah, Stanford. And who else they get from the portal? Miles Rice
Yes.
from Washington State. Those three guys with Malik Renew starting, and Mac Mabako.
Baco, yeah.
That starting five, I don't know if that's going to be a starting five, but those five with Trey Galloway off the bench, maybe 6'5", Trey Galloway senior. I am
Mhm.
high on Indiana. I'm like really high on them, bro.
I agree. I feel like Indiana and Arkansas are gonna somewhat end up where Auburn and where UNC probably would. Like, I think like those teams can seriously compete. I think they're gonna move their way up the rankings.
Yeah, I'm high on them, bro. Their game versus Louisville, I'm excited about that. They're going to the Atlantics. What's it called? Battle for Atlantics in the holiday time.
Yes, I love that.
Number 18, Marquette.
Kind of got some background on them. They're solid.
Yeah, they still got Cam Jones, David Doplin.
Yeah.
Should be in the running 2 or 3. We'll see. 2 or 3 in the Big East.
Mhm.
19, Texas Longhorns. Last year they had a little slip ups, man. They didn't do too good in their first real season with Coach Terry. I believe that was his first true season.
Yes. Coach Terry Rodney. I think Texas. This is one of my sleeper teams. This is one of my teams I like.
Let me hear something about them, bro.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
not so.
Texas is good. I think they'll be a team that at the beginning of the year, they may start out good, they may not. But if they don't, they're going to be a team that needs to gel and just slowly work their way up the top 25. They got Julian Larry and Jason Kent from Indiana State. So those were two of Indiana State's biggest contributors.
Yep, I remember them too.
They got Jordan Pope from Oregon State. He's a transfer. He played at Prolific Prep a few years ago with Jalen Green. Tremont Mark from Arkansas. He's a legit scorer.
Yep,
Legit. I think he had 40 in a game for Arkansas last year. So he's on that. And then Arthur Kaluma
Kansas State. Yep.
from Kansas State. He's a big time player. Like, they got a lot of guys, and they got returners like Chandler Weaver and Caden Sherrick. So Texas, I feel like if they can gel, bro, that those 7 guys are contributors. And then I didn't even name Trey Johnson, who's a lottery pick. Yeah.
That's a lot of guards you name. I'm looking at the roster.
A lot. Playing time's gonna be thin.
Problem with this college basketball now with this NIL, man, they going where they getting money at, but like they're overstacking on positions, bro. Like that's a lot of guards, bro.
But I feel like nowadays you need a team that's deep, and I feel like players understand that and they're willing to sacrifice sometimes.
Okay, with the number 20 team, Cincinnati Bearcats. I forgot they're in the Big 12 as well. What do you hear from them? Like,
I got some underclassmen that I like. I like Jizzle James. I think he's a really good guard.
From where?
He's from Florida.
Okay.
He's
He came from Florida, or
he's like originally from there, but he's a freshman, I believe, going to be this year. But he's a guy to watch out for. Cincinnati's a good team. They were last year. I think that's another team in the Big 12 that is like you wouldn't really expect them to do anything, but then they could just pop up and be right there. So
yeah, I see they got Dylan Mitchell from Texas, CJ Frederick, his second year. Hopefully he stays healthy, from Kentucky. Rayvon Griffin. I don't know. This is his second year redshirt freshman. I see as a freshman. Is this a redshirt year? I mean,
I believe so.
Hopefully he gets minutes. I remember him from Ohio.
Yeah.
But yeah, this team, you said it. You said it was a sleeper team, but they're in the Big 12 though. Yeah. See, all these teams in the Big 12, you got to think about for the NCAA tournament. How many teams are they taking from the Big 12, the SEC, and the Big 10? And I don't know, ACC added a couple, but I don't think ACC added powerhouses for basketball-wise.
Yeah, I think
but those 3 leagues, bro.
Those got to take up probably, I'd say, 20 to 30.
Altogether?
Probably.
8. So 8, 24.
Yeah, but you could get more. I mean,
He could.
depending on how close the leagues are this year, it really depends. Because if the leagues are closer, then the losses won't mean as much because there's going to be so many teams with losses. But if there's a clear front runner and then there's a couple of seeds and then you may not. So we'll see.
We'll see for sure. 21, we got Florida Gators.
Florida.
Yeah,
That's a solid team. I'm not really familiar with them, and I'm not high on them. So
I know they got Will Richard. I believe he was at. Is that the one I was at? Let me check if he was at Oregon. Nah, he wasn't at Oregon. Okay, that was Will Richardson.
okay,
Okay, they got Walter Clayton Jr. He averaged 18 last year.
nice.
Yeah, but I'm not really too sold on them. Probably just a team that you don't want to play at the arena.
Yeah.
The Florida, you know how Florida is. But this number 22 team, they're in the Big Ten now. UCLA. Their coach did great in the offseason with the transfer portal, man. They got Sky Clark,
Forgot.
Eric Daly,
Okay.
Dominique Harris. Are you familiar with Dominique Harris?
I'm not.
From LMU. He was at Gonzaga for 2 years.
Oh,
He was
interesting.
He was at LMU last year.
Okay.
They got Kobe Johnson from USC last year. They got Sebastian Mack. But I don't know where was he at. Like, he was okay. Sebastian Mack was at UCLA last year. Then they got their footer back, Andy Marty.
Okay.
They should be a solid team. And they got Dylan Andrews back. 22, 23 ranking. That's not bad, bro.
Yeah. We'll see. I think they can compete in the SEC.
No, Big Ten.
Oh, Big Ten. Yeah, UCLA. Big Ten.
Yeah, they could compete. I don't know if they can win it. But number 23, bro. My old team. Wildcats, man. How do you feel about them, man?
I love what Mark Pope is doing. I love this roster. I feel like Kentucky's gonna only go up. This is one of the teams I feel like should have been higher. Yeah, they got Otega Oweh, who came from Oklahoma. Lamont Butler, SDSU. That's a guy that's played big time minutes.
Yeah.
Kobe Bria from Dayton, big time shooter.
Yeah.
Jackson Robinson from BYU, who came with Coach Pope.
Yeah, I think he's going to be their best player.
I agree. I think him and Kobe Bria are going to lead the show. Those are two big time guards.
How about Brandon Garrison? He was a former All-American. Are you sold on him?
From Oklahoma State?
Yep.
I think Mark Pope is going to do a great job developing a lot of these guys. I think he's going to be one of the guys that really benefits from Mark Pope's coaching. I think he can get him into a good spot.
I feel like Amir Williams and Kurt Kinshaw are overrated.
Yes.
I feel like they're overrated.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those guys on Twitter, they be gassing those two players up. Not too sold on them, but I'm Kobe Bree. If he catch fire, that's something to worry about.
No, for real.
But if anything, I just hope Kentucky's the first round exit again. Hope they're first round exit, so they don't blame Kyle.
Oh man.
Or Arkansas goes further than them, so they don't blame Kyle. Number 24 team, man. Ole Miss. Remember Coach Beer from Texas or Texas? No, he's at both Texas A&M and Texas.
And Texas, yeah. Coach Beer, yeah, he's got a good roster.
He has rebuilt his squad.
Mm-hmm.
They got John Bowl, freshman. I don't know if he's going to play a lot.
Okay.
Premier Bakefield from Duke. This is probably his third year or second year at Ole Miss. Matthew Mirror. He's been there since freshman year, I believe. I remember him. Dang, he's a senior now?
Matthew Mayer?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the guy from Baylor.
No. Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about, but nah. Matthew Monreal, I believe his name.
Okay.
Then they got Juju from the Bronx. What's the name? Jalen Murray. He should be solid. You know him, right? You familiar with him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they should be a solid team. I don't know about winning. I mean, they got them ranked 24. That's kind of high to me.
That is kind of high. I'd take a couple teams before them.
Yeah. But you got anything to say about them?
Ole Miss, I just think that I don't think they'll end the year ranked, honestly. But I guess we'll have to see. I got to watch them play.
All right, number 25 team, my sleeper in the Big Ten,
Talk to me.
Rocktors. Wasn't the Roctor Knights, man? They got 2 top 3 picks. Dylan Harper probably going number 3, and Acebailey probably going number 2 or 1. I like the squad, man. I liked what I saw for the first. I don't know how much minutes left when they blew that game. They were up 12 with 5 minutes left. For the first 25 minutes, I like what I saw from them, man. Acebailey looks legit.
Yeah.
That nasty, hezzy pull up. Acebailey looks legit. And they don't even got Tyson Acuff 100% yet. He played versus St. John, but he wasn't that healthy. And I don't know if it's just me being biased, but I feel like he could be starting on this team alongside with Dylan Harper.
Yeah. I mean, he top 10 scorer in the country last year. Eastern Eagle. Shout out Tyson. But, you know, he's definitely a guy that him and Dylan can run that backcourt, and Rutgers can be a serious contender.
I'm sick Clifford left their team to go to Alabama because that would have been nasty.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about how their bigs are going to play this year. They got Acebailey listed at 6'10".
Oh, yeah.
6'10". 6'10" at a guard, though. They put him at the position guard.
That's what he is.
But I'm high on them, bro. I'm really high on them.
I am too. I like Rutgers.
So do you have any team sleeping that's outside the 25?
Yeah, man. I got about 5 teams here that I like. I'm going to go pretty quick. I like Illinois. Illinois is a team for me, solidly coached, and they got good talent. Transfer from Arizona, Kylan Boswell.
Their point guard, yeah.
And 5-star freshman Will Riley, who's a projected first-round pick.
I heard about him from Canada. I wonder how he's going to be. That's the guy. I wonder how he's going to be.
He's had multiple 50-point games in the EYBL. He had one where he didn't miss a shot. I believe he went 18 for 18. So he can get on a heater quick. Like, he's a legit player. And then they got returners that are good. In Keaton Kutcher and Draven Gibbs-Lawhorn. He came from OTE. He was a guard. So he's solid. And then Trey White from Louisville. I like Illinois.
White, yeah. He was at Louisville. Yeah, he was at Louisville.
Yeah. And then after Louisville completely cleaned house.
Yeah.
St. John's. I think their guard play is going to be big with Kaderi Richmond, Davion Smith, and Simeon Wilcher.
Simeon Wilcher from North Carolina. He was at North Carolina a couple of years back. Was he at North Carolina or he was committed?
He was committed.
Okay.
And Elliot Cadell reclassified, and then he decommitted.
He's probably better than Elliot Cadell.
We'll see this year. Kansas State is my third team that I feel like could be good.
Doug McDaniels.
Max and CJ Jones. They've got Coleman Hawkins. And then 5-star, he came from Arkansas Bay Fall. He was a center. And Achor, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's a solid player. Arkansas has got Jerome Tang, so they're always going to be ready to go. Or Kansas State, sorry. And then you're not going to like this one, but I got my boys up there, Michigan, man. I really like this team. I think it's going to take some time for them to gel, but once they do gel, I think they could be a solid team with size and shooting. So,
who's their go-to?
I feel like right now the 2 bigs are producing I would say the best. They've got Danny Wolf, who came from Yale, and then Vlad Golden, who came from FAU with Dusty.
You're gonna play center again.
Yeah, Roddy Dale from Ohio State, Reuben Jones, who came from North Texas, and then Trey Donaldson from Auburn. They've got a lot of transfers. It's a lot of new guys.
Is Trey started?
Yeah, I think he's starting point guard.
I don't think he's worth starting.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I went to the game when they played Toledo, and it was a solid game. Toledo played them close.
Yeah, they played them close. How about that game?
Well,
Toledo 94 points.
Toledo's a MAC team. I mean, they're MAC champs like the past 4 years.
A lot of 94 points.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to take time. It's going to take time for them to gel. But once they do gel, they'll be a solid team for sure. That's
So
fine.
they're making a tournament this year.
Yes.
What seed? If you just
7 through 10.
7 through 10, so 10. Okay,
7 through 10.
that's your 2 teams. I mean, your 5 teams.
And then I got Ohio State. Ohio State's new coach, I think, is legit. He got Michi Johnson to go back.
You got Michi Johnson to go back. What's the NIL on that? I'm
I
like,
know, right?
like, geez.
And they got Aaron Bradshaw.
I don't know, cause who's for Kansas State? You forgot to name the other big. Or did you name him big? The big from Kentucky, Ugana Sesku.
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, he's at Kansas State. That's why I just thought about the bigs. Cause Aaron Bradshaw disappointed me last year. I thought he was legit, but then the ankle injuries, bro. So I don't know what he's gonna do this year, bro. Because once big men get injured, bro, it's kind of hard for them to bounce back.
I like him though. I think he's got a lot of potential. He can shoot and he can block shots. He's a 7'1", maybe 2. He's legit to me. I think he's just got to get in the right system. But I think Ohio State will have him ready. But I got one more team. I think not other than Ohio State, Miami.
Okay, Jaleel, but was it Jaleel Bethang? How you say his last name?
Jalil Bethea.
Bethea.
He's probably a top 10 pick. He's got all the tools that you need to be a good guard. They've got Nigel Pack.
Nigel Pack, he's back.
Yeah, he is back. I think that's good for them, though.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. He did come back.
Miami's also got some transfers. They got Jalen Blackman, who came from GCU, I believe. He was a really good player. And then they also got Yale transfer Yusuf Basa Ama and AJ Seaton. I think Miami can be a good team that will land they're in the tier below in the ACC, the Duke and the UNC tier. I think they're right below them. So
3 or 4 spots, number 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, those are my teams. Those are my sleepers.
Okay, so when I took notes on one of my sleeper teams, it was before they played their second exhibition game, and I was high on the UCF, Central Florida. I was high on them.
Okay.
Because I was thinking okay, they brought in Mikey, they brought in Dior. Then when I watched their first preseason game versus Florida Gulf Coast, it was Kayshawn Hall. Kayshawn Hall is a transfer from George Mason, averaged 16.6 points last year. 6'7" guard, 235.
Okay.
That's good for Big 12. That's a great size for Big 12. I'm high on him. And another transfer, Jordan Ivy Curry, averaged 17 points, 5 rebounds, 6'3", averaging 5 rebounds at 6'3", 177. But he was at University of Texas, San Antonio, averaging 17 points. Then UCF got 2 guards returning as well. Jalen Sellers, a senior, 6'4" guard, averaged 16 points. So their guard play is going to be heavy, honestly. Then they got another guard, Darius Johnson, 6'1", 200 pounds, averaged 15 points, and led the team in assists and steals at 4 and 2. So UCF is going to be real interesting, but I didn't like what I saw versus Georgia. They got killed by Georgia the other day. But I'm high on them, man. Those 4 players I named, plus Mikey and Dior, I don't know the minutes between Mike and Dior. One of them probably won't play. But I believe they won't play. But I'm really high on them, man. If not on a bubble team, for sure, NIT team. But I'm high on them, bro.
Yeah.
It's improvement because their coach Johnny Dawkinson is he's a Coach K. What's it called? What's it called when
My tree?
yeah, something like he's in Coach K tree.
Yeah.
So you expect big things from him, bro.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
But another team, I'm gonna still have faith in them, even though they haven't been looking what I expected. Michigan State, You can't count Izzo out. You can't count Izzo out. Year 30. His days are coming to an end, bro. But we need a number two. Natty number two for Izzo, bro. We need one. I
Oh
like
man.
he fears at the point guard spot, but it feels like they're trying to. I don't know. They're relying on him. Well, they're not relying on him to score, but it looks like they may have to because Jaden Akins haven't been performing in these preseason games. But I'm high on Frankie Fighter. I'm high
Yes.
on him. He's on the Julius Irving watch list at the small forward spot. I'm high on him. I feel like he's going to be our leading scorer this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm high on Colin Carr just because his athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
He has to get to the line. He has to make free throws, and he has to make like the mid-range shots. I'm not expecting him to shoot too much. I just expect him to be a rim runner. What's it called? I don't know why I just blew my mind. When you run side to baseline, dumper spot. I'm expecting him to be well at the dumper spot,
Mm-hmm.
but the center position that's what I'm still skeptical about. But I'm high on the freshmen that's coming in. I don't know how much Jace Richardson is going to play, but he looked good in the two scrimmages. And who else is a freshman? Kurt Tang. He's a good rebounder as a freshman. It's just like Michigan State. It's going to be real interesting with them. Their first test is at Kansas after they play those two non-conference games. They play Kansas at ATL. And that game's going to be real interesting. But those are the two teams that stood up to me outside the top 25.
Okay. Hey man, Michigan State. We'll see.
We'll see. Hopefully Michigan State is good by the time they play Michigan because I will be there. I will find a way to be there. I haven't been there. I haven't been to Michigan State Michigan game for a while because none of the teams have been ranked.
Yeah.
Both teams have been disappointed. But let's go preseason All Americans real quick. We kind of touched on those players a little bit. I just want to read off though who's on that list.
Okay.
We got Cooperflagg, the only freshman on the list. They only found the first team. I don't know if they're the second team or anything else. But Cooper
okay.
on the list as a freshman. Marcus Sears, probably the best point guard in the country. Jalen Brunson, baby Jalen Brunson, as a graduate because this is his fifth year. RJ Davis, UNC, fifth year. Johnny Broom, Auburn, I believe this is his fifth year as well.
Yep.
Hunter Dickinson, Kansas, fifth year, right? Or fifth
year.
I believe. And Caleb Love, fifth year.
Fifth year, yeah.
It's crazy though. This preseason All-American team, bro. Back then in my time with the good and the college basketball, it was all freshmen and sophomores, bro.
Yeah.
Now we getting grad students, bro. Like, how do you feel about this NIL and college basketball instead of the one and done college basketball, man? How do you what do you like about it? Like,
I feel like I feel like college basketball where we're at right now is pay for play at this point.
Semi-pro.
It's semi-pro at this point. I feel like that's what we just need to just treat it. I love it. I feel like the players deserve it, but I feel like we need boundaries around it. I feel like it can get a little crazy at times. And it's almost like somebody's like these guys, it's not basketball, but I've been seeing a lot of football players recently opt out in like week 3 or week 4.
Portal already. I'm like, yo, what?
And I'm like, what are we doing at this point? Like, you're just quitting mid-season on your team. Like there needs to be some type of system where we're holding contracts. And some of these coaches aren't fully honest as well with giving these players their money. I know about that incident that happened at UNLV.
Yeah.
They promised the quarterback about $300K and he didn't get a dime. So I just feel like there needs to be accountability on both sides to where the players aren't abusing it, but the coaches aren't abusing it either, where they're also making up lies. So it's like we just have to be honest. And I feel like they should put in some sort of way to add contracts so that people can sign stuff and stuff can get legit. So
why do you think Nick Saban left? Why do you think Jay Wright left? Why do you think Coach Tony Bennett quit 2 weeks before the season? Like,
he did just retire. That was crazy.
That's all NIL purposes, bro. I feel them. I understand them. I don't like it. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like it. When I was in high school, I used to write papers about the players getting paid. But
Yeah,
I didn't
same.
think it would be like this though.
Exact. Like we
Like,
asked for it, and then
I was in
boom.
college. Like, geez. Like, I didn't think it was to be like this, bro. But I love the one and done era, man. I love what Coach Cal did with the one and done era, but it's slightly going away because we have more international players being more talented than the freshmen that's coming in. Like you see in this draft class now, the first week in the NBA, these rookies aren't playing.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But man, that's y'all just had to give my quick input on the NIL and in the one and done era. So we could do Wooden Awards, or we could do. Let me check if they updated the Power 4 spot for the Wooden Awards because I didn't give mine.
We can do Wooden Awards for sure.
Okay, I didn't end up picking a Power 4 because I didn't know who they have on the Power 4 list.
Okay.
But you can start off with your point guard, and I'll just say my point guard after yours.
Yeah, so Bob Cousy award. This one, I came down to each award. I came down to at least, except for one, I came down to it came down to like 2 or 3 players.
Okay.
So for the Bob Cousy award, I came down to Boogie Fland. I know he was on the Jerry West, but I just feel like he's a point guard. So
Okay.
I like Boogie Fland. I like Dylan Harper, and then Jeremy Roach. But I feel like Dylan Harper's going to get it.
Dang, Jeremy Roach over Mark Sears?
I just feel like Bama's going to be so good. He's going to be great, but they're not going to need him to be as great as he was before.
Yeah,
Like, Bama's so loaded, man. He could go for 10 to 12 points one night, and they could win by 15. It's just they have so many options.
Okay, so for my top 3, I had Dylan Harper, Ryan Nembhard. I love his game name. Ryan, and I had Mark Sears, and I ended up picking Mark Sears because he's just the best point guard in college basketball right now, bro. What he did last year for Alabama is just with Nate Oates' offense, man. Nate Oates is gonna find a way to be successful, and he thought about going into the draft today. He just knew like getting another year, like him getting another year, bro. He's a 5th year, bro.
Yeah,
it's making them way more advanced than these players. Like it's like a kind of impossible not to pick a freshman to win a couple awards, bro. It's like because Dylan back in the day, like we would say, yeah, Dylan's gonna be the favorite to win it, bro. But you just named Jeremy Roach. Jeremy Roach is a 5th year as well.
Yeah,
like it's gonna be hard, but I got Mark Sears for this one, for the Bob Cousy.
Okay. What we got next?
Jerry West, shooting guard.
Okay. So for the Jerry West Award, I know we were talking about how it's not a lot of freshmen on here, but I just feel like this list, I feel like the best scorers in the country this year are freshmen. Okay. So I chose Trey Johnson, Khan Knippel, sorry, and Jalil Bethea. It was between those 3, and I'm going to roll with Jalil Bethea. I feel like Miami's not going to have the star power as much as all these other teams. And if he can just do what he's supposed to do and really take that team to the next level, average 18 to 20 points a game, I think it's right there for him.
Okay. Julie, I didn't expect you to say that. I got my 3 teams. You know, RJ Davis was winning last year, right?
Oh, he's a shooting guard?
Yeah, they got him.
Because Elliott. Yeah, I'm dumb. Yeah,
so he won that last year, and I see him on the list. So I got to put him top 3.
Yeah.
RJ Davis, John Nell Davis, and see, I was debating between VJ Edgecombe and Aiden Mahoney from UConn as those 2. I was debating between those 2, but I feel like the way Coach Cal is motivated this year, man. I think John L. Davis is gonna get the Jerry West Award, man.
I like it.
I think he's gonna get that award, bro.
Respect. Can't go wrong.
All right, who you got for the Julius Erving small forward position?
Julius Erving small forward position. This is the one that we said. I think we had the same answer. Mine's pretty unanimous. I'm going Cooper Flagg. Um, he's the best player. He's number one pick, bro. It's that simple, bro.
He's not guaranteed number one though.
He is.
We got Acebailey and Rutgers.
I'm taking Cooper, man.
I'm high on Acebailey, bro. They just have if they. I don't know, like what's guaranteed good for these voters. But
Nah, for real.
I don't know. Rutgers made the last time they made the tournament, but if they make the tournament, bro, don't be throw that ace. But my big three, I had cooperflagg, of course, Mackenzie Mbako.
Oh,
I had him in my top three, and I had Acebailey. I wanted to throw in Frankfurt from MSU just on a bias tip. I don't know. I really hope he's good because he averaged 20 last year at Omaha.
Yeah,
but I can't throw him in there over Mac. I feel like Mac is just stronger and then he's more college. Well, I wouldn't say college ready, but I mean pro ready. Well, actually, he might be.
Mackenzie, yeah, I mean,
might be pro. But yeah, I got those three and cooperflagg or Ace, bro. I want to say Coop, but
it's Coop right now.
Coop is gonna win it if it has to come down to it because he's a dookie. Well, yeah, we'll say it, bro. We'll say small forward cooperflagg, bro.
Yeah, that's respect. Power forward list.
Yeah, I gotta find it. I still didn't find it.
I honestly didn't see a power forward like with a watch list.
Yeah, that's not. I don't know who
we can go Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the center list.
Okay, so I just found something on Sports Illustrated. I'll look at this list real quick. Okay, the nominees. Do you need it? The list?
Yeah. Talk to me.
I'm finna send it to you so you can just pick out of that real quick.
I'm not gonna lie, my phone died like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, bet. Realistically, who would I pick out of this list? It's kind of hard though. I ain't gonna lie. They got Grant Nelson from Alabama. Wait, why do they got Johnny Broom from Auburn at the power forward?
He's a center, I thought.
That's what I thought too. Carter Bryant at Arizona. Noshay Omir from Baylor.
Yeah.
Ian Sketcherfield from Clemson.
Okay.
Grant Ayuk from Gonzaga.
Yeah, Grant Ayuk.
Will Riley from Illinois is on that list.
Power forward. They got some guys I think are threes at the forward.
John Juan Roberts from Houston.
Okay.
Malik Renew from Indiana. Coleman Hawkins from Kansas State. Julian Reese from Maryland. Cade Tyson from North Carolina. Caden Pierce from Princeton. Bryce Hopkins from Providence. Donnie Freeman from Syracuse. You know about Donnie Freeman?
Yeah, he's legit.
He's legit. JT Toppin from Texas Tech.
Forgot about him.
Yaxel Liedenborn from UAB.
Okay.
Alex Caraban from UConn.
Okay.
And Eric Dixon from Villanova and Gray Osborne from Washington.
I forgot about Gray. Okay.
Who you got?
I got my pick. I'm gonna roll with Coleman Hawkins.
Hawkins? Okay.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a big year in that system, and it's gonna be pretty much up to him to get them wins. Him and Doug, I'd feel like, are gonna be pretty big contributors. So I like Coleman Hawkins.
That list, I gotta go. Alex Caraban, just because going for a 3P, he's gonna be hungry. I feel like people are probably sleeping on him. I think Dan Hurley said something about that. You know, he's always talking. So he probably said something about them sleeping on him. Oh, players sleeping on him. So I feel like, yeah, he could be. He could be a sleeper.
Caravan's an elite player.
Caravan. So, all right, for the center position, man. Who do you got?
For the center position, this came down to two people with me, and I ultimately ended up choosing Derek Queen out of Maryland.
You think I seen him on the list? You hire him?
I'm telling you, this dude can put the ball in the hole. Like he reminds me of Jokic because he can. His body isn't like defined and super strong, but he's not like overweight, if that makes sense. He can move and he's got spin. He's got all types of moves. He's very crafty and he's an elite finisher around the rim, like dunking, layups, high finishes, reverses. He's got it all and he can pass. I love his game, man. And Maryland's not a great team, so people aren't going to be super high on them. He's going to be able to do his work, man. I think he can go to the league next year.
Yeah, see, I saw him in the draft boards list as well at like the late first rounds. Well, Dan, that was a sleeper pick. I didn't expect you to pick him, bro.
Yeah, man, Derek Queen, I like him.
From Auburn, I got the center from Auburn, Johnny Broome.
Can't go wrong.
I say that because Bruce Pearl's he's a winner. First of all,
Yes,
and he can find a way to get the best player of the ball. So
yes,
Todd Puricourt is gonna have to feed the big man John Broome the ball. So I feel like he's gonna win that award.
mm-hmm. That's valid.
You got a Wooden Award winner?
A Wooden Award winner. I'm going with the Cinderella story and giving cooperflagg. He's winning the Wooden Award, and they're winning it all.
Oh, dang! You went. Hold on. You skipped steps. Hold on.
Oh snap! I'm leaking some.
Okay, so the Wooden Award, mine came down to two players. Mine came down to Marcus Sears, and of course, you know who, cooperflagg. I just hope, honestly, because what cooperflagg did in his, I don't know how many days he was with USA, it was very impressive.
It's very
impressive. So I hope it's only up from there.
Yeah.
How much points do you think cooperflagg has to average for him to get these awards?
I would say he only needs to average 16 points per game.
Okay, so we're on the same boat.
I would say 17, actually. 17.
I said 15 to 18 range that he has to average. Because I know his team is deep.
Very deep. So.
He got Khan's probably going to average 12.
I think more, maybe 13 to 14.
Geez, that means they're going to be OP on offense. Because you still got to talk about these other players now.
You feel? Hey. It's that, yeah, bro. Duke is that team, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, yeah, I say that. I say cooperflagg too. If I don't say cooperflagg, I feel like I'm hating. Cooperflagg has to win this award, and I have to pick a freshman because I'm the one and done era of basketball. So yeah, I'm picking cooperflagg to win this award. Him or Acebailey, they gotta just. I hope Acebailey, cooperflagg, Dylan Harper, VJ.
Yes, Trey Johnson.
I hope they run college the NCAA this year, man. I hope. Yes, I'm really high on Rutgers, and I'm really high on. We still got to do these predictions for these games, bro. Hold on.
Yeah,
a lot of time. But yeah, let's do these predictions on these games real quick because I got cooperflagg winning.
Okay.
All right, I'm trying to cut this list down a little bit. It was 20 games. We ended up getting 20 games.
On the BR hoops thing.
Yeah, unless we could do these real fast and stuff.
Yeah, we can do them quick. We can get them through them quick.
All right, bet. First game I got, it was number 1 Kansas versus number 7 Duke in Vegas. This is not a Champions Classic game. This is a regular Vegas game.
Okay.
November 26. Who you got?
This is early in the year. Duke's rolling. Give me Duke.
I got Duke as well. I just feel like they're pros. They got pros in that squad. They just pros. And then Duke fans are going to travel. Kansas fans are going to travel too, but Duke fans are Duke fans with basketball, bro. I got Duke winning that game as well. Close one for sure, though.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Bama versus number 9 UNC in Cameron Hill. December 4th, Sweet 16 rematch. Okay. SEC versus ACC challenge.
Ooh. I feel like they're the better team. They were the better team back in the Sweet 16. They're the better team now. Give me Alabama.
I got UNC winning, bro. Rematch at the crib. Come on now. Rematch at the crib.
Alabama's
Davis has a big game. Derek Powell has a good game. Elliot Cadell, I don't know if he holds Sears to a low, not low, but shooting percentage maybe. But I don't know. I got UNC still in that game, bro.
We'll see.
We got number 3 UConn versus number 8 Baylor, December 4th as well. Well, that's 2 good games on December 4th. At UConn, Big East versus Big 12 challenge. Who you got?
Boy, oh boy. These two teams I really like. But I just think Baylor's coming in with a different edge this year. I got Baylor.
Ooh, at UConn.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a bold pick, man.
I like
you gotta beat UConn. You gotta be. I got UConn winning that, man. You gotta beat at UConn. No way.
Yeah.
No way. All right, Michigan State versus number 1 Kansas in Atlanta for the Champions League Classic on November 12th. Who do you got in that game?
Give me Kansas, man. This one's pretty easy.
Pretty easy, you say, huh?
It's pretty easy. Give me Kansas.
I got Frankie showing up.
Ooh.
And Michigan State know who is the center for Kansas. Tom Izzo knows who's the center for Kansas.
That's true.
And I would never pick that center from Kansas. Give me Michigan State. Give me Michigan State to pull the upset. And that's my birthday. Bro, Champions League Classic last year was on my birthday, bro. Michigan State played Duke. Kansas played Kentucky.
Yeah.
Michigan State and Kentucky both lost to my birthday, bro.
Dang. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
It's hell, bro.
Yeah.
Rob was going off. They just folded the last. I was so sick on my birthday.
I was screaming at my TV, bro.
We got number 8. This game, I can't wait for this game. I'm sick. This is like number 8 Baylor versus number 16 Arkansas at Dallas, November 9th. The same day Bama plays LSU in basketball, football. So I hope it's not on the same time, bro.
Oh man, that's gonna be a good Saturday.
That's a good Saturday, man. Who you got? Baylor, Arkansas, and Dallas. Who you got?
Oh,
this is near a home game for Baylor.
I love both teams. I'm high on both teams, but Baylor, I'm telling you, they're on that this year. I'm sorry, Coach Cal. Give me Baylor.
Coach Cal, I'm telling you, Coach Cal is not playing game, bro. He's taking his job like this. This is a revenge year for Coach Cal, man. Give me Arkansas. Fans are gonna travel well, and they're gonna take over Dallas Stadium, Dallas Mavericks Arena. This game, man. Number 13 A&M versus UCF at UCF November 4th. Who do you got?
I like Texas A&M.
Yeah, I got UCF because they're at the crib.
Okay,
they're at the crib. So, but it's the first game of the season.
Oh yeah, see that's why I think UCF's gonna need time to gel.
That's what I'm saying, but it's just.
But hey,
that's my crib. That's my sleeper. So
okay, I like it rolling with them.
Number 10 Arizona Wildcats versus number 7 Duke. At Arizona, rematch from last year's when Arizona came to Duke and beat it.
Yeah.
November 22nd. Who do you got in the rematch?
I was watching that game live, and Arizona was like actually disrespecting Duke.
Man, I do remember that now. At the end, when they was talking so crazy, Caleb Love was talking crazy to the fans.
Yeah. So Duke is on that. Give me Duke.
Yeah, I got Duke too, but I forgot about that moment. Yeah, I got Duke winning that game too. We got Louisville versus number 17 Indiana in the Bahamas. That's the reason why I added this. The battle for Atlantis in November 27th. Who you got winning that?
Louisville. I feel bad because I should have added them to my sleeper teams, but I didn't. Yes, I'm serious. This team's gonna be good, and I got them beating Indiana.
Man, I don't know. What? You got them beating Indiana?
Yes. I'm telling you, Louisville's going to be a team to watch.
Indiana's going to be the team in the Big Ten, bro. You don't understand, bro. What they did in the offseason, bro. I got Indiana big.
Okay.
Indiana big.
Big is crazy.
Big is 15 plus.
That's crazy.
15 plus. We got number 11 Auburn versus number 5 Iowa State in the Miley Invitational. Who do you got? November 25th.
I like Iowa State.
I got Iowa State as well too. I just feel like Coach TJ defensively is gonna have them ready to roll versus Auburn.
For sure.
Number 9, we had number 9 UNC versus number 1 Kansas at Kansas. Rematch of the finals 2 years ago. The Roy Williams Classic in my head because he coached both teams. Who do you got? November 8th.
I like Kansas.
You like Kansas?
I think they're the better team. They'll win.
I got UNC. I don't know. RJ Davis. He's gonna have a big game. He's gonna have a big game, bro. He's gonna one of these games on this list. He's gonna have a big game, and this is on the road too. They don't lose at home a lot, but I got UNC winning this. Number 7 Duke versus number 23 Kentucky at ATL Champions Classic, November 12th. What do you got?
Give me Duke. I think Duke's gonna win pretty comfortably.
Last year, I had to pick Kentucky. This year, I hope Duke beat the brakes out of Kentucky. I hope Duke win big.
Yes, Duke.
I have a field day at 9 p.m. ESPN. Can't wait. Number 16 Arkansas versus your Michigan Wolverines at MSG, December 10th, the Jimmy V Classic. When they first announced this game, I thought it was at Michigan, bro. I was so excited. Then they said MSG, bro. I just thought Michigan before Arkansas. I was like, bro, I'm going. They said MSG. But who you got this?
I love Michigan, but this game is just too early for them to win. I think if it's in January or February, it's a little bit better. But I like Arkansas right now.
I got Arkansas winning comfortably, probably 10 plus.
That's solid.
Number 11 Auburn versus number 4 Houston in Toyota Center, November 9th, the Battleground 2K24 Classic or Series. I don't know.
Yeah, early. Give me Houston.
I got Houston. Houston, good defensive game for them.
Yeah.
3 UConn versus number 6 Gonzaga in Madison Square Garden as well, December 14th, the Hall of Fame Series. Who do you got?
I'm going Gonzaga. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. I think UConn's gonna lose some big games early on in the year, and it's gonna really test them as a team and see where they are. I think they're gonna be a team that can still go far in the tournament, but they're gonna catch up late and heat up late. But I think they're gonna lose a couple of these big games.
Bro, this is at MSG, bro.
That's
I gotta go UConn, bro. Okay, we got number 4. This is gonna be a good game. This is the new NIL tournament. Number 4 Houston versus the number 2 Alabama in Vegas, November 26th.
I like this a lot.
Both
teams are really good. I like Houston though. I think Kelvin Sampson's gonna get those guys ready to go.
I ain't gonna lie. I got Bama this game, bro. It's gonna be too much offensive power in this game, bro. It's gonna be
really good defense versus really good offense.
Yeah, because then they got to match them on offense too.
Yes.
Because I feel like Alabama doesn't play the best defense, but I feel like they can match them on defense.
100%.
Okay, we got number 22 UCLA versus number 10 Arizona, old Pac-12 matchup. But this is in the Phoenix Suns Arena, December 14th, another December 14th game. Jeez. Who do you got that game?
I like Arizona pretty comfortably.
Me too. I got Arizona this game.
Yeah.
Number 19, Texas versus Ohio State in Vegas, November 4th, the first game of the season, I believe. Yeah, November 4th, first game of the season. Same series. Who do you got, Texas or Ohio State?
This is another game where I think if it was later on in the year, Ohio State could catch them, but I like Texas.
I got Texas close. I feel like that's going to be a close game. Great game.
Yeah.
We got number 7, Duke versus Illinois at MSG, February 22nd.
Yeah, I got Duke by like 10, 15 points.
Yeah, I got Duke too. That's the second arena.
Yeah.
Number 11, Auburn versus number 7, Duke at Duke, December 4th, SEC versus ACC Challenge. Who you got?
Ooh, I'm running with the Dukies.
Yeah, me too. I got Duke. And I added this one because it was another NIL tournament game.
Bet.
Number 25 Rutgers versus number 2 Bama.
Ooh.
7 in Vegas.
Give me Rutgers.
Give me Rutgers to shock them.
I do too. I like that.
Is there any games you want to add on? I don't think I put all the games on there.
I was gonna roll with some. We can do some rivalries. We can go Kentucky versus Louisville.
Let me call Coach Cal and let me not say no. I got Kentucky, but I won't watch that game.
Kentucky.
But if Louisville wins, I will be clowning on Twitter too. So I got Kentucky though.
Okay, I like Louisville. I'm so sold on
Louisville. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If you got Louisville, I got Louisville.
Respect. Hey,
I don't care about Kentucky no more, bro. They talk crazy about Coach Cal. You got Louisville, I got Louisville. Even though it still goes down, you got Louisville, I got Louisville, bro.
All right, I got one more. I got the most anticipated rivalry this year: Duke versus UNC. Who you got?
They're splitting.
Splitting?
They're splitting for sure. But if they play for the third time, Duke.
I was about to say.
Because it's gonna come down to their freshmen, and I feel like their freshmen are going to be prepared more for the third game. So I would say, yeah, Duke.
Yep, I was going to roll with Duke as well. Both. I think they're going to sweep UNC.
I don't think they will ever sweep again.
UNC swept them last year.
No way.
I believe so. I believe they won at UNC and they won at Duke.
Oh, 2-0 sweep though, probably.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. They didn't play them in the tournament.
Maybe they might not sweep them then. I mean, Duke might sweep them this year then.
I just think they're on another mission.
But I feel like Coach Hubert Davis is not a bad coach. I feel like he's a good, solid coach.
Yeah, for sure. He won Coach of the Year, ACC Coach of the Year.
Yeah, but dang, they didn't know they swept them last year. But nah, I got Duke winning 2-1.
Sounds good.
You got any more games, or we go straight to the Final Four championship prediction before we end this?
Let's roll with these. Oh, and we got the conference champs.
We got the conference. All right, let's go to the conference real quick.
We can do the conference champs and the conference tournament champs.
Yeah. Let's hit that mark first. ACC, who you got?
ACC. I got Duke twice.
Yeah, I got Duke twice as well.
Yeah.
Big East.
For the Big East, I got UConn twice as well.
Yep, me too. Okay. So Big Ten. This is
for the Big Ten. I got Indiana winning outright, and then I got Michigan winning the tournament. I got Michigan heating up late.
What did I say before? No bias.
Hey, this is no bias.
I gotta say, look, this is what I had. No bias.
Okay.
I had Indiana winning the regular season. I told you I'm high on Indiana.
Yeah.
Conference tournament, I had Rutgers.
Oh, that's a solid.
I'm gonna say Michigan. I'm gonna say Michigan State.
Okay, but hey, I really believe Michigan's gonna win that tournament, though.
And I really believe anything can happen in March for Izzo.
All right.
But this is October right now. We're doing predictions. Maybe in March, I'm predicting Michigan State's gonna beat Rutgers in the championship. There's gonna be those two in the championship.
That would be crazy.
All right, Big 12. Okay, Big 12. Because I forgot Arizona was in this now. Now I'm looking for predictions for this conference tournament. I already know regular season. Regular season, we probably got the same.
Regular season, give me Baylor. Yes, Baylor's going to be ready this year, battle tested.
Houston doesn't lose.
Baylor has the toughest schedule in the country. Baylor's going to be ready.
Houston don't lose in conference play.
We'll see.
Regular season. I had Baylor winning conference tournament, though.
I had Houston winning the conference tournament.
That's crazy.
Hey.
I had Baylor win the conference tournament.
Okay.
All right, regular season. SEC, my bad.
SEC. Okay, SEC regular season. I think we're on the same page here. I got Bama.
Bama winning regular season, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're
on the same tournament, though.
Conference tournament. This came down to 2 teams, but I'm rolling with my dog now. Give me Coach Cal in Arkansas. Yeah.
I got Arkansas too. I
was this close to picking Texas. This close.
I got Kentucky being a second seed. Not Kentucky. I'm tweaking. I'm a bad. Arkansas being a second seed Tied with the second seed with a couple teams. I just feel like they're gonna be tied for a second, but Alabama's winning the regular season.
For sure.
All right, that's the fives group of five predictions. So let's go Final Four. You can say who they have playing versus. I just have 4, and I just two.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I got 4 too. So
all right. So how should we do it? Should you say your 1? I say my 1. You say your 2, or you want to
I honestly, we could go.
Or you just want to go straight 4?
Yeah, we go straight 4. We go straight.
You go first.
I'll go first. Okay. So my 4 for the Final Four this year, I got Alabama, I got Arizona, I got Duke, and I got Baylor.
So 2 SECs, no, 2 Big 12s, 1 ACC, and 1 SEC. Okay. Mine is in ABC order, no bias.
Okay.
1, Coach Cal's on a mission. I got Arkansas.
Okay.
I got Duke.
Okay.
High on Indiana Hoosiers, bro. And the last team, you gotta beat the champs. I don't know who's gonna beat the champs. I got UConn.
Facts.
Okay, so who's your final 2?
My final 2 in the Natty give me Baylor and Duke.
Mine's is, you said Baylor and Duke?
Yeah.
Okay. Mine's is Arkansas versus Indiana. Versus Indiana.
Hey, that's a tough one. I like that.
Arkansas versus Indiana.
That's like a legit. That could happen.
I hope Indiana don't fail me, bro. I've been boosting about this whole. I'm huge on Indiana, bro.
I like Indiana. I like Indiana.
So you said Duke beating Baylor?
Yeah, man. This is the year.
I got John L. Davis, Boogie Flagg, Adu Thiero, DJ Wagner, Big Z, Cater Knox, Coach Cal, Kenny Payne. Raising that trophy up, bro. Coach Gal gets number 2. He shuts the haters up.
Sheesh. First year? He would be a certified GOAT if he did that.
He is the GOAT, bro. He's been multiple GOATs in this game, bro. He's one of them, bro. He's
definitely one of them.
But yeah, I got this Final Four. I'm pretty locked in on this Final Four. I really got to see a team beat UConn, bro.
Yeah.
I really got to see a team beat UConn.
That's facts.
And Duke has got one of the best rosters. And no shit on Alabama. I just feel like Alabama's going to lose somewhere. Elite 8, Sweet 16, I don't know.
Okay.
That's my 4 teams, bro. And Baylor, you said Baylor?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where I see Baylor losing at.
I'm telling you, Baylor's going to be war ready.
I'm just worried about their front court, really.
That's the question. That's the question.
Sure.
That's the question.
Well, man, you got anything else to say before we end this pod, bro?
Oh, man. Thank you for having me on, brother.
A good episode.
Pleasure. This is a pleasure. I had so much fun.
Oh, yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on here, family, man. I appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir.
Next week, season starts November 4th.
Let's get it, man. Monday.
Baylor Gonzaga is, I believe, the 6th, the first top 10 matchup.
Yeah.
Did we say that predictions?
Not for that game, I don't think.
No, did we not?
I don't think so.
First big game.
First game of the year, actually.
I missed that. I don't even know if I had it on there. Yeah, you gotta say your predictions for that. Well, we know who you got because they in the Natty.
Yeah, I like Baylor.
Yeah, I like Baylor too, but that's crazy how I forgot about that. Yeah, I got Baylor. Wait, when is that game? Oh, that game's on that Monday.
Yes, sir. This Monday.
30. Oh, geez.
This upcoming Monday. Ready some basketball.
I got Baylor winning that. Hopefully, I'm awake for that game, though.
Yeah.
I got Baylor in that, man. But, hey, man, thank you for joining this podcast, man. I'll be seeing you back here soon. Probably before – I don't know. It depends how the conference starts early this year, though. Probably before Selection Sunday or after Selection Sunday, we'll get you on here.
Yeah, for sure.
Do the predictions. Hopefully Arkansas, Duke. My teams are still fighting for a spot, man. But appreciate you, bro, man. Like, share, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, man, and we're signing out.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Yes, sir.